What is going on, everybody in Max Squad? Thank you for watching this video here. Today we have something special. It is going to be a speed test between the Moto G7 Power and the Samsung Galaxy J7 Crown. Stay tuned. To go ahead and get this speed test started, we're going to talk about the specifications of each device, and we're going to begin with the Moto G7 Power, which has the Snapdragon 632 inside, and it's clocked at 1.8 gigahertz. It's an octa-core CPU, and has the Adreno 506 for the GPU. Now, although it says 636 there on the screen, that is not the CPU that's in this device. Now, on top of the Snapdragon 632 inside the device, you're going to have 3 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of internal storage. Running on the device is Android 9 with security patch of December 1st, 2019. Now, with the J7 Crown here, you're going to have a Exynos chipset in it. Not sure the exact model number, but as you can see there, it's clocked at 1.59 gigahertz, or in other words, 1.6 gigahertz octa-core CPU. It's going to have the Moto G7 inside. And this device is going to be running Android 9, I believe, with security patch July 1st, 2019, 2 gigs of RAM and 16 gigs of internal storage. Now, this is the second part of the speed test here, where we open up applications on each device that are installed on both phones to see which one opens them up faster. Now, with my speed test, I do a total of 5 apps. They're going to be the same apps on each phone, and we're going to find out which phone is faster based on that. The first application we're going to open up here is YouTube. So 3, 2, 1. That goes to the Moto G7 Power. The next application we're going to open up here is Amazon. So 3, 2, 1. That goes to the Moto G7 Power. The next application we're going to open up here is Instagram. So 3, 2, 1. Let me know in the comment section, who do you think that went to? The next application we're going to open up here is Facebook. So 3, 2, 1. That might have been a tie there. I'm gonna do a tiebreaker because of that. The next application we're going to open up here is Best Buy. So 3, 2, 1. And that again goes to the Moto G7 Power. And because we had that tie there with Facebook, we're going to open up one more application, and that's going to be the Play Store. 3, 2, 1. That goes to the Moto G7 Power. So when it comes to open up applications, the faster device is going to be the Moto G7 Power. Now let's test the RAM. Now I'm guessing it's going to go to the Moto G7 Power because it does have an extra gig of RAM, but you never know. YouTube. They both had that one in the background pretty well. Amazon. It looks to me the Moto G7 Power reloaded, but I'm not sure. Instagram. They both held that pretty well. Facebook. Neither one had to reload. Best Buy. Neither one had to reload. Just a little bit of lag there in the Samsung. And the last one here is Play Store. The Moto G7 Power had to reload. It's kind of mixed results there with this app opening test and RAM management test, because the G7 Power opened up applications, or majority of them, faster than the J7 Crown, while the J7 Crown didn't load up as many apps as the G7 Power did. I think the G7 Power had to reload the Play Store and Amazon, if I'm not mistaken, and the J7 Crown didn't have to reload anything, I don't think. Could be wrong, but let me know in the comment section below. Now, with this next part of the speed test here, what we're going to do is compare the AnTuTu benchmark scores and Geekbench scores to each device and see how similar or different the results are. Now, unfortunately, with the Samsung Galaxy J7 Crown here, for some particular reason, the new Geekbench 5, doesn't work on this phone here, so I wasn't able to do a Geekbench score. But I do have the AnTuTu benchmark scores. Now, when it comes to the AnTuTu benchmark scores, you can see yourself that The G7 Power and the Samsung Galaxy J7 Crown are pretty similar when it comes to performance. They're about a 2,000 point difference, which is not that much of a difference, but in the world of technology, it can mean night and day or nothing at all. I guess what you can say here is that when it comes to overall GPU performance, CPU performance, these devices are fairly similar. Now, exactly how the J7 Crown got a higher number than the G7 Power, I'm not sure. Maybe it's because of the Exynos inside this device. Maybe it's a bit more powerful than I'm realizing. Who knows? But the J7 Crown wins this part of the test here. So with this next part of the speed test here, what we're going to do is install 3 of the top applications, whether it be games or social media applications, whatever it may be. We install 3 of the top applications from the Play Store on each device at the same time to see which device installs the applications faster. And depending on which device actually does that, they will win this part of the test here. So the 3 applications that I chose are going to be Chick-fil-A, ESPN, and Hulu. So the first app is going to be Chick-fil-A. So 3, 2, 1. That goes to the G7 Power. And the next app we're going to install, as I said earlier, is going to be ESPN. So 3, 2, 1. Let's see if the G7 Power can take this one here. Now, if the G7 Power gets 2 out of 3, then it's automatically the winner of this test because, well, the J7 didn't win anything. Let's see what happens. And that goes to the G7 Power. So being that the G7 Power installed 2 of the 3 applications faster already than the J7 Crown, there's no point in continuing. That winner goes to the G7 Power. So with the beginning of the speed test here, the G7 Power ended up winning the specs on paper because it does have a little bit more RAM. It does have a little bit more internal storage. And because of that, you have to give it to it on paper. It looks better. It's more, highly spec'd. With the second part of the speed test here, which is the application opening and RAM management test, that is going to be a draw. So I'm just going to leave that right at 0-0. So right now, so far, it's 1-0. With the G7 Power being up. With the third part of the speed test here, which is going over the AnTuTu benchmark and Geekbench scores. In this case here, the J7 Crown wasn't able to run the Geekbench test because the application for some reason doesn't work on this phone and doesn't even allow you to install it. But it did run the AnTuTu benchmark scores and it took that one from the G7 Power. So far we're at 1-1. Now, with the application installing test here, that goes to the G7 Power because it installed 2 of the 3 applications faster than the J7 Crown. So now the score is at 2-1. So with the G7 Power leading everything right now, there is one final test. And so with this final test here, what it is just me resetting the phone and seeing which device actually turns back on faster. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get that started so we can close out the video. 3, 2, 1. And that goes to the Moto G7 Power. The Moto G7 Power is going to be the faster phone when it comes to everyday tasks. Now, it depends on what you need to use your phone for. That would help you determine what phone can be faster for you. But in my case here with my speed test, that winner is the G7 Power. So Mac Squad, let me know in the comment section below, did you like this speed test video? Do you think the Moto G7 Power is the more superior device when it comes to these two? Let me know in the comment section below. But please be sure to share this video with your friends and family and let them know that not all Android cameras suck. It is just not true. Till then, my name is Max Rock. Thank you for watching this video. Have a good day, y'all. Deuces.